Hello everyone. Okay, so if you're wondering why there's a bright light, or part of my head's shiny, I have a bright light, clamp-on light shining here, so it helps me see what I'm doing. But as you can see, I have my sculpture in a bowl, and I found this to be kind of effective. First of all, I use the bowl to somewhat hold this in place while I glue something, because if I put it like this, gravity's going against me right now because I'm starting to turn the form. So I decided to use this bowl. I could use a bigger bowl later on, but right now this is working, and it also allows me to rotate the form if I'm trying to follow a certain line. So basically, if you can look here, this green one right here, let's see if I use the back of my shirt as a dark value. So this green one right here, I wanted it to bend in that way, but I also wanted it to bend in this way. So when I was around 20, I used to work for a landscaping crew. We used to install, plant trees, the whole nine. Whenever you plant a tree, you plant it, you want to make sure it's vertical. So you step back from one point of view, and you can drop a vertical line and just kind of see if it's parallel to it. And then you have to walk around, not the other side, because that's the same point of view, but if this was a 360 degree, you would walk a quarter of that 360, and then you would drop another line. So you make sure it's vertical in one direction and vertical in another direction, and then you would say, plant it. Same applies here. So you're kind of thinking about, how do I want this form to turn? Do I want it to turn? Do I want it to do this? And how am I going to start to slowly transition each individual straw into a new change? Because again, you're making an organic form out of straight line. In order to do that, you have to kind of use small pieces. And on my paper, you can't see it, I marked off a 2-inch distance. And all I do is I just get a straw and I put it there, and then I'll cut it. Now, when I know I'm gonna go for super small pieces that are down here, then I'll scavenge my area here, and I'll pick a small one and I'll put it there. And then eventually I'll cut these off, which I made other videos about. But the main part about this video is the bowl technique. It is very effective. The nice thing about this, it's the lightweight, but it's pretty sturdy. And I will demonstrate. Hot glue gun. I have one right here. Let's see if I can, actually, I think I'll do this one. A little dollop of glue. I'm just trying to get it to, so it stays there for the minute. I'm picking this up and I'm just rotating it for me because it's faster at the moment. Now I can start to put it in the bowl, and I can look at it this direction. Do I want it to sway this way? I do. I kind of want my sculpture to start to come this way and then down and over. So as I'm working, I'm kind of thinking of the next step. So I'm going to start to angle this out just a little bit to the right. And then I also want to check it in this direction to see if it's, actually, I don't know if you can see that, to see if it's following that contour. And you have some play time because the glue's drying. And then once you have it in that spot and you know it's not moving, then you just let it dry and you move on to the next one. And I just double check. All right, it's just a small change, and then eventually you get this nice curve. Next one. I'll end this video after this just in case you didn't get this the first time. Another thing that I do that I forgot to do here is at this point, you might want to start cutting if you're going up on an angle. Start cutting the ends of your straws so they kind of do what you want them to do. So if a salad bowl doesn't work, find something larger. A box could work. You could use a box and then angle it on the box and rotate the box. There's a lot of different things. You have to be creative and resourceful. And because of this might allow you to do things that you didn't think you could do. All right, that's done. So I just move on there until my row is finished. And then I shave off what I don't need for this particular one. You can kind of see how these are started. They start here and they start to look like they're being compressed because these lines down here are shorter and these lines up here are 2 inches long. So if I put a 2-inch piece here, I'll just cut it with scissors, and then I'll try to cut it on a like a plane, an imaginary plane. So when I put the next layer of the ring around, it attaches to each one pretty easily. And you can tell it's not a perfect flat plane, but it's good enough to get to do what I need it to do. All right, stop the view.